Okay, hello, it's Keith from Kinvert, and I'm going to do another video. This is my fourth in a series where I'm using ChatGPT from OpenAI, and I'm purely copying their code to solve Fashion-MNIST. Now, I've done this on my own before, but it's just fun to do this with OpenAI's ChatGPT. So sorry for audio quality. I work in my living room here with this. My family's sleeping, so I got to keep it down. If that's a problem, the audio through the whole video is going to sound this bad, so I'm sorry about that. All right, so we're going to get started. ChatGPT is basically ready to go. And what I think I want to do is try to improve the accuracy a little bit more. And there's a chance that won't go well, and maybe I'm going to try to improve the visualizations. So we'll figure out the title of the video later. So I'll say, yeah, let's try Adam and see how that goes. Can you please send me the code without an issue? Okay. And then, because sometimes it'll go and really explain in depth what the code's doing. Oh, this is doing the whole thing. I was thinking it would just replace the one chunk of code, but you can see this is going through and just going for it. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. Now there's a chance that this will kind of stop halfway through the code. I've noticed that happening from time to time. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason to that. I've noticed that usually I can ask it to just continue, and generally it will. But also I'm pretty new to this. This is my second day of using ChatGPT. So yeah, it's getting ready to build the model. And if I remember, yep, so it is using the functional API again. We'll see if it remembers that we were doing the ResNet. I don't think it is. I don't see any skip layers. Oh, there's the add. Okay, so they did a max pooling and then the max pooling 1 by 1 before the add. So they'll do the 2 by 2 and then a flatten. So they only did the one ResNet layer, and there, see, they just dropped off for some reason. Can you please continue? See, it didn't even finish that, so that's going to be a problem. And I am trying to do this. It takes longer in the video and whatnot. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like make a perfect program. I'm trying to literally live use ChatGPT, and you're going to see all the mistakes and all that. So just be ready for that. Okay, so it forgot the dense layer. So let's see. That's the optimizer is basically, okay, you got to finish the model before compiling. We still need dense and to set inputs and outputs in the model. Would that be an object or a class? I'll just do that. And so let's see. Oh, come on. It's probably going to do the thing again where it just stops. And I don't know if it's going to do the validation split. Train and validate. Yeah, it's got it. So it's doing the validation split. Normalizing the data here by divided by 255. It comes in at 255. You divide it by that to get it down to a float value between 0 and 1. This is importing, for any of you who don't know, so this is importing the different layers that it's going to use. It did forget the add layer. And so what I'm going to do is, now unfortunately I don't know of a good way to interrupt it, but I'm going to ask it to give me the code in blocks like for the notebook, and maybe that way it's going to be less prone to cut out when it's doing this. We'll see if it also like cuts out right at the same spot. So it was after the flatten that it cut out. Yeah, it cut out at basically the same spot. Okay, instead of one block of code, since we're in Jupyter Notebook, can I please get this split up into cells? Okay, so this should go better. All right, define a class. I think that's going to be the exact same. And then we'll just make sure I don't have to recopy that. X train, Y train, so that's, they're doing this in the same, I guess I'll do it in the same cell the way they're doing it. It'll kind of break the continuity a little bit of the old programs, but I'm really trying to do this purely copying and pasting and showing what's possible with their system instead of, you know, trying to just make it the way I want it. Okay, so they did split that reasonably. That one stopped, but I can grab this. So this will be our first block here, and so let's just start. Yeah, I'll just do it here. Okay, and then we don't need this one or this one. Okay, let that run. Can you please give me that complete second cell starting at the layer imports? Yeah, and it just picked it right up, and this time it did the add, by the way, so this time maybe it caught the mistake. Yep, this time it's doing model, remembering that it's doing the functional API. So inputs is 28 by 28 by 1. You know, it just figures all that out. The max pooling 1 by 1, the add, which is basically making this the ResNet like before. And then last time, one, yeah, they only did the one add. So there was only one add in the previous. Come on. Can you please complete that cell? You stopped sort of halfway through. I wonder if this is based on how many people are using it at a given time. I don't know. But I swear, like, the videos I'm making about this, maybe half the time is just fighting this kind of thing. So as far as, you know, are coders doomed? I'd say right now, no. Really, this is just a tool that can, in my opinion, it's good for helping you prototype something. It can be really hard to start from scratch. It's a lot easier to kind of look at someone else's code and fix it than it is to just start completely from scratch. Okay, so now we've got the, okay, so we'll do it their way here. Ooh. Oh, I can just go up here and copy code, pop, and then go back to here. So this is where the model gets defined. See if there's any errors. It usually does that. So it's probably done, right? Yep. Okay. All right, perfect. No errors. Can I please get the next cells where we start training and validating? Nope. Okay, import RMS prop, yep. So I'm going to remind it I thought we were going to do Atom this time. Let's see. So prediction, loss. Did I, yeah, I might have deleted stuff from a cell, but it doesn't really matter. That's the evaluation, predictions. I'll leave this for now as a comparison. Okay, import RMS prop. I thought we were going to try Atom instead of S prop. I love how it always says, yes, you're right. Oh, it feels good. You know, I'm married, so it's nice to have a computer tell me I'm right from time to time. So, okay, Atom, sparse categorical. Yeah, this looks right. So we'll grab this and pop it in the next cell here. And that should be fine. Okay, and then the actual fit. And then we got, okay, X-train, batch size, epochs, validation, verbose. All right, I like it. Okay. That should start going. 10 epochs. and then, come on, okay, now that this is training, can I please get the visualizations? Okay, so they're plotting the history. Okay, so that's good. Plotting it with the, okay, so they're giving the training history and everything, which it didn't do before in the other, what, 3 videos before this. Plot the training and validation loss. Oh, accuracy and loss. Okay, that's cool. And what about plotting, how am I gonna ask this? The images with their predictions and the actual correct answer. Alright, what do we got so far? Oh, we're done. 91%, that's not bad. Okay, I wanna, because I could just do the evaluate myself, but I want it to give me that cell. I'm trying to do this purely with copy and paste. Okay, so predict figure size, good, 15 by 15. Is it really 15 by 15 inches? Is that what it's doing? And then let's see, doing the color, great. Come on, I don't need so much. It's cool that it does the explanation. Okay, that looks about right. Haven't tested it yet. First, can I please get a way to validate the test data itself now that I am done training? Let's see if it gives me, it should just say, you know, model.evaluate, and then it's going to toss in the X test and Y test. That's what I'm hoping it tells me here. Like again, I could just type it in myself. The whole point is to get this to do it on its own. Test loss, text accuracy is model.evaluate, X test, Y test, and then it prints them. Boom. So it figured it out. Okay. And so now, so I'm just, should I put this before or after model.fit? I know the answer should go after, but we're seeing how smart this thing is. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to put it after, and then we'll just, if it tells me to do the opposite, I will, even though it's wrong. It needs to go here. Model.evaluate, we did call it model, X test, Y test. I usually do verbose too, but it doesn't matter because it's printing it. In general, it's best to evaluate the model and the test data after training is complete. You can put the code to evaluate the model on the test data after the code that trains it, something like this. Look at that. Look at that. You know, that's incredible. It just knows that. So, okay, so it's a 91 again. Okay, we got 91% again, just like last time. No actual improvement. Any suggestions? It does not seem to be overfitting. Because it'll go and tell you to do dropout and regularization and stuff like that. And so I'm helping it narrow down so it doesn't waste so much time telling me things that I know are not the issue. And again, I'm not telling it how I want it to improve. I'm just helping it eliminate half of the possibilities. And then we can update. I need to copy that because it could be wrong. So here's the newest version. And it should be the same. Looks the same, except maybe one line changed or something. Oh, it did better. Before it was failing on this one. So it happened to do better on this. It's still the same accuracy. Okay, one potential reason for not seeing improvement. Chosen optimizer. We could try SGD, another possible poor performance, the architecture itself. Convolutional neural network, for example, you could try a more complex model such as a deep neural network. Okay, can we please try a more complex model? We have a simple ResNet. What could be a good upgrade? So yeah, hopefully it pops in and gives us a ResNet with more actual connections and you know, like more kernels in the comms and stuff like that. Okay, so now it's going with 64, 2x2, second conv, 64. See, it could have done that like a 128 or something if it's trying to increase model complexity. So far it looks the same. 64. Now it did not do. Did it skip? Okay, so it skipped add. I would have maybe done an add up there. This one is, I think it's going to fail. I think it's going to complain about the sizes. We'll see. But that'll be a good test. Okay, so if I copy, hit the button. I even have it in the thumbnail. I should do that. Okay, so here we've got define the conv layer. So we start here. Okay. Outputs. Okay, so it forgot to define the model. But here we go. And this probably is failing at the add. I can't read that with this. I put it in dark mode and it's not great. So watch this. I can just pop. Yeah, just literally throw it the error. Now, another thing that I want to do, I want to find like a Stack Overflow page for C++ and ask it, could this be a potential solution? Now, what I think it's going to say is that it's not allowed to crawl the internet with current data because it trained on stuff from like 2021 or something. 64, max pooling 2x2. Ooh, okay, to fix this error, you need to ensure that the inputs to add layer have the same shape. In this case, you can change the second convolutional and pooling layers to the same stride and pooling as the first two layers like this. This ensures, okay, this is confusing. Can you please give me that whole cell? So what I think it's saying, so it's define the second convolutional layer, right? So define the second convolutional layer, and then it's changing this to a 2x2 is really what it's doing. And then I think this is optional probably. Another, yeah, it'd be optional. And so now, sure, here's the complete code for that cell. Man, should I, because I could take it literally and then it'll lose the imports. But I don't want to be in the weeds too long here. So this network actually does not look a whole lot better. It's shrinking down without doing any skip up here. I'd like to see it doing some skip. Can I please get more ResNet skips in those earlier convolutional layers? Do you think it'll figure out what I mean? Convolutional. I think I spelled it right. Where are we at? Okay, 20 minutes. Yeah, hopefully I can wrap this up soon. I try to keep them in the 20-minute mark or 30 minutes. Yeah, I know that. I just want to see the code. Okay, so conv 64, define the first pooling, max pooling. See, but it didn't do a skip. Add the second convolutional layer, define the second pooling layer, define the third, I think you're just, the way they're doing this, it looks like it's going to, oh, come on. Yeah, I had a feeling it would hang up. Okay, so I'm going to grab this whole cell. I am looking at the cell that contains how could we increase the complexity of the model to try to increase accuracy on the test data. So yeah, it's thinking about it. But yeah, overall, this is, oh man, I hope it doesn't give, I should have told it not to give a big explanation. Oh, it forgot the imports. Aren't the imports in here? They are. So it's forgetting the imports. One way to increase the complexity of models is add more layers. For example, you could add an additional convolutional layer at the 5th convolution like this. Define a 6th convolutional layer. Okay, so they're just having me do a change to the existing. So a 6th, 5th, 6th, 256. Okay, I will try that. Okay. Oh boy. Another option would be to increase the number of filters in each conv layer. So I'll do both. And then the comments will be kind of added. Let's see, X, Y, Z, Z, Z. So the first conv, and then they do max pooling. And so I'm going to do this, is what I believe they meant. Now, this might be wicked slow. And they're forgetting the model. Input, okay, this is, will increase the amount of time it takes to, so like literally I was telling you, holy cow, this seems like it's going to take forever to train, and it literally just said it. You know what I mean? Like it was literally, I don't want to say thinking the same thing I was, but I was just saying it's going to take a lot longer to train with this going on, and it warned me of that. And so I can go into here. I wonder if I should copy this whole, what would it do if I just copy this whole thing? I wonder how slow, it might take a long time to figure out, because all it's probably going to care about is this. And, you know, like it's got this arrow pointing there. I don't know how obvious it's going to be to this. It boiled it down to this. In order to fix this, you need to ensure that X and Y tensors have the same shape. One way is to add a reshape layer before the add. Ooh, that's I'm copying and pasting their code, so I'll do it. I believe they mean this. I think you're in for a surprise here. Let's see. Reshape is not defined. Again, I could fix it, but I'm trying to. Please don't give a full explanation, just a quick fix, like a one-liner. This will just be the import, and I don't want it to rewrite the whole cell. It's taking its time though. whatever. It would have been prettier. Why don't I copy code? Oh. Okay. So maybe they set at the top, so I'll just do it here. It doesn't change anything. Okay. It's trying to solve this the wrong way, and I know it's trying to solve it the wrong way. But again, I'm trying to use this tool and come at it from the approach of a somewhat naive programmer. Yeah, so it's given some explanation and whatnot. The reshape. Is it just gonna... Okay. So, am I gonna try just the X tensor and not do it with the Y? Okay. The Y tensor reshape. 7 by... Okay. So I'll do what they're saying. Reshape the X tensor. And then I will just copy this even though it's just a simple change. So paste that. And ensure the whatever. So, man, it's this is gonna really suck if I just did this for 25 minutes, almost 30 minutes, and it's still stuck on the same thing. I can't think of another quick and easy way for this to improve. I mean, a lot of it's either down to like augmentation or improving the network are the two easy things for it to do, and I really thought that it would be able to do a better job of this, just increasing the complexity of the model without breaking it so much. It's really stuck in this reshape idea, and it's just the wrong approach. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this. Hopefully, okay, it's not done yet. Ugh. It's just... I will entertain it this last time here. So the X... Okay, the X and the Y, even though it's just changing the 64, I'll just paste it. Okay. And the failure that was inevitable did happen. Okay, so now, let's see. We're going to go back to this one. This is the last one that was working here. Okay. Okay, let's start fresh here. Here is the old one that worked. Can you confirm you understand that model? And then what I'm going to ask it to do is add a 5th convolutional layer with 256. And I'll just ask it to do that and see how that goes. Instead of, it's getting enough free reign, and this is complicated. Oh, yes, I understand, it's simple convolution. The first 264, 2 dense layers, yeah. Final layer, softmax. Okay, can you please give me code without explanation which would add a fifth convolutional layer that has more kernels. And then we'll see if it can just dump me, hopefully, that one line basically, and I can paste it in and see if I can get to maybe 92. Oh, it's like, take it easy. I'm staying calm, you stay calm too, right? Like, you don't gotta yell. Look at that. It's doing markup instead of a code block. You made your point, ChatGPT. Oh man. Okay, the fourth, and then let's see if it makes a fifth, and maybe it'll have a 256. Yeah. Can I get the same thing but in a code block, please? It's funny. It'd be more funny if it wasn't already a half hour in and it's still messing it up. Okay, so yeah, we're working in 4. We can close 3. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. If it doesn't, I'll just copy it and put in the comment. I don't have... At this point, we're long enough in the video, I'm not going to wait much longer. And I'll just add the hashtag in front and make it a comment. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on, dude. You're going to do the whole thing. Okay. Please just don't freeze. So we got a 64, 20... Second comp 64. Okay, that's that. So maybe it does need to send the whole thing again. 64, pooling, add, 128, 128, fifth of 256, pooling, flatten, dense, outputs, model, good. Wait, hit the copy code. Why do I keep forgetting that button? Okay. Did they give me the imports? Yes. So theoretically, I can paste over all of this. Okay. Okay, that worked. I am about to train. So Atom, boom, do the actual training. Okay, so it's going for the 10 epochs. Hopefully we can get a 92 or something, just so that I can show that it did improve, because it's been a half hour. So okay, great. You can use model fit. Yep. You need to specify the training. Yeah. Matplotlib. Okay, so now it's just doing the. Oh, did I forget to get those in here after the shit? Shoot. Shoot. Okay, so 90. So this is going to be a little bit worse, I think. Yeah, a little bit worse. But I can get this in here. I forgot to put that in after this guy. Okay. Okay, still 90%. What if we increase the epochs a bit? Can you give me that model.fit command with more epochs? Please, let's get this under 40 minutes. Next train, Epochs 50. All right. Validation. Just change the number. So I think I just need verbose 2. Is that the only real change that I need? Can I get that, but with verbose is 2? X train, Y train, epochs. Ooh, the batch. Did they forget the batch size? Yeah. Hopefully it'll remember batch size, or I gotta do this again. I know that I don't need the explanation. I just need I need to do it so I can copy it, because I'm very, very extra lazy and I can't type on my own. I know. Okay, 20 epochs instead of 100. Let's see. Oh, we need the batch size in there as well. And I like the idea of, should I go with 50 epochs? Do I need it? It takes how many seconds? 3 seconds. It'll take a minute and a half. No. Okay. So model fit. Oh, was I accidentally passive aggressive with a question mark at the end of that? Alright, so model.fit, X train, Y train, 20 epochs. Okay, this looks good except the batch size. And then hopefully I can just get to 92%. Batch size, epochs, verbose 2. They forgot the validation. Please put the validation in. Oh my gosh. Can I get that exact same thing, but please add in the validation data? This is starting to feel like that Monty Python scene where, like, the king, not the king, but the local guy comes in, and there's the guards that are supposed to watch his son, and he's like, no, I'm gonna leave, and you guys stay here. Okay. X train, Y train, epochs, batch size. Okay. Thank you. So now do this. Oh, they forgot the oh, did they forget the history too? Oh no, they forgot the history. Okay. Okay, same thing, but with history equals, because remember, we end up plotting the history in the next cells. Oh, this is going to go to 40 minutes. So are we doomed? No. The old network, for me to sit here and improve it, would have taken me 5 minutes or less. It would have taken me 5 minutes. I could have just sat there and gone right in here and just done a 256 here. I could have taken this and done, this I could have changed to 128 and just boom, and had something that I could try and do better. And instead I've been fighting this long trying to get this thing to work. Okay, you see, like, it put verbose is 2 there. This is just little things, and I don't know if I know it doesn't matter, but pretty much everyone I see, they put verbose at the end, and they would put the validation data there, and they forgot the batch size. It forgot the batch size. We'll see what it does without a batch size. It might just remember, because at this point I'm just really I'm getting frustrated with my new intern here. 10 seconds. Okay, let me check NVIDIA SMI here. It's running. Okay, it's on my GPU. Okay, so this will be a quick minute. Well, I'm glad I didn't go with the 50 or 100 epochs. Okay, so quick code review for those who don't know. Importing the stuff here, TensorFlow, Matplotlib is used for the final visualizations. This is the class names, which will help in kind of displaying stuff. This is getting the test and train data, so TensorFlow has the data just kind of in here, and you can import it, which is really cool. They've got this in like CFAR 10, CFAR 100, and several others. And normal MNIST instead of Fashion-MNIST. This is where it's doing the validation split, which is not 100% necessary, but I like to see this coming through as it trains. And to do that, you need to split off some of your training data, and that will come at the cost of your test results. But it's generally good practice to have 10% of your data be validation and 20% be for testing. So this is where it's bringing in the different types of layers that are used, and here it's using the functional API rather than sequential to build this. And the reason is you can't do, in any way that I know of, a ResNet in sequential. You have to use their functional API to do that. And then they're flattening this down so we can get dense, because right now these are two-dimensional, because these are all convolutions. And it was correct in increasing the model. And I think I had to really push it to do this. This was just the obvious first thing to do, and instead I fought it for, this will be a 45-minute video, and it could have been 5 minutes. Okay. And then this is just basically saying that it needs to be a softmax, which is what you can use to, it's just, I don't know a good quick way to explain it, but basically you can just hopefully say I'm 90% certain that this is a shoe. So softmax is going to be, a bunch of zeros and then a 1 and then a 0. So in our case, what we would ideally see is 9 zeros and a 1 on the output. It won't be that perfect. This is defining the model itself. And then we gotta compile it and tell it what's the learning rate going to be. And this is another thing that you can tune, is the learning rate. Maybe this could be an E-3, who knows. Sparse categorical cross entropy is common for classification like this. And then it's keeping track of accuracy. And we are overfitting a bit here. And then what you would do here is, now that it's overfitting, which it could do here, now you start adding some regularization. But we're going to go ahead and evaluate and hope that I got a 92. That is a 92. Boom. We got the 92. It's not 45 minutes. I call that, I'll take the victories I can get. Let's see if this is going to, did I do this one too? Did I plot this? So we can see the accuracy was just starting to plateau there. So it was a good call going for the extra. And then you see actually the validation just flattened off while this went up. So at least the validation didn't go down. So we'll run this again. I think I already ran it. And we got, yep, the same three wrong. Wait, I thought that maybe this was the one that I was getting wrong before, so it changed it up. But it worked. This would have taken me 5 minutes in real life, probably less. And it took 45 minutes with ChatGPT. So are we doomed? Not today. We'll see tomorrow. But really, this I view as a tool to help us with coding, to get some things laid out. And I mean, once you're down to the point where it works and 10 lines of code works and then you're getting an error, you're really off to just kind of a good start, and you can just start changing things instead of having to type all this on your own. If asking it to do these very specific things took longer, but in the first video, it was actually faster to use this. I was able to just ask it to start outlining, and it did it. And I think it ran without error and just got 87%. And then from there, I could have gotten to some sort of 94% or something pretty quickly on my own. But to sit there and type it all on my own would be very time consuming. So in future videos, I might look at things like improving the visualizations, getting a confusion matrix, or just some stuff like that. Um, and then hopefully, because I'm done trying to fight it and really get it to do. This was tough. I think when it gets to this many lines, it really starts to crap out. So anyway, this video is long enough. I'm just going to start recording the next one right after this, but I'm going to cut this off, upload this video, and start recording the next one. So Keith from Kinvert, hope you found this interesting at least, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.